Do you feel the vibes?
Okay, so right now I'm going to teach you 5 basic tricks and tips that I can tell you about jungle. First tip, what champions are easiest to play in the beginning? First off, we have Warwick. He's very simple with his abilities being so easy to use. His Q, it's a click. You just click on him and it heals you and it does damage. W, it gives you speed.
I'll feast on their bones.
Your E, you click it, and hey, someone's low on health, you can see them in the bush. Or if you just see them anyways, it's like it gives you super movement speed. And finally, we got the R, which is super easy, anyone can do. It's just point and click. And then they get stunned there, and if there's anyone else nearby, it makes it easy kill. Okay, so now, next off on my list is Amumu. Amumu, super easy jungler. Q, it's a gap closer. Very good for ganking. Bam, it stuns them. Gives you a few seconds, your friends a few seconds. Hit them with all they got. Despair, it does damage to people around you. It's like you're crying basically, because he's the crying mummy. Tantrum, it does damage at one point. Very easy. And then his ultimate, very useful for team fights. Just click R and it automatically does this, so be careful not to click it accidentally. And it stuns the target. Super easy, super simple. These are the 450 champions. Now I'm gonna teach you Udyr. Udyr, super easy, super simple. His Q is super speed for attacking. Turtle stance, gives you a little shield, gives you the shield in your health bar, and it gives you lifesteal. The bear will stun the enemy. Gives you a little bit of movement speed for a few seconds and stun the enemy. Phoenix stance burns them. You usually want to set R when you do it, and for Warwick, W if you get the leash. Those are the 3 main junglers that I would recommend for beginners. Now let's get on to the gameplay. Say you start off, you don't know what to buy. It's simple. Usually for the jungle items, you just buy what's on top, which I'm going to do here. Let's say if you don't have the Hunter's Talisman, they're most likely going to give you Hunter's Machete. So, and what it means, the different items that you start with means everything, because if you get the Hunter's Talisman, you come to these little rock guys that are going to appear here when the minions come. If you get the sword, the Hunter's Machete, you go up here. So when you jungle, your basic thing that you want to do is clear every camp here as quickly as possible. And another note is, you want to go in the chat and say leash. As I'm all alone here, no one's going to come to help me. And then you just go, I need help here. By clicking the alert ping here is a simple way to just go like that in the beginning of the game to say, hey, I need help here, because junglers can't do it by themselves unless if you know how. So for Udyr, he can start with any one of his abilities, which is great. So I'm going to start with I'm going to just use it. And then I would heavily recommend that you take smite. Because if you don't have smite, I really recommend you not to do jungle. Maybe at a later point. And here is what we call red. He gives you a huge buff, which is amazing. Because just after you kill this guy, any basic attack to any creature will deal burn. It doesn't burn the tower, but it'll burn the creatures. So I'm just gonna wait till my smite's back up because I can't do it without smite, of course. And this one you should be able to do it by yourself once you hit level. Super easy, super simple jungle. For a Mumu, I like to start with my W, the crying one, because it just does everything, damage to everything. For Warwick, I like to start with W because it gives the people who are helping you attack speed, and then from the W I get Q, and those are the only two I'm going to max out until I'm level 5, and then level 5 I'm going to put a point into E, then R.
That is our path.
Another thing, after that they've helped you get your leash, I would heavily recommend that you go on this type and say thank you. If you don't know how to do that, it's just enter, write what you want, and then enter again to send.
Our instincts are razor sharp.
And as you can see right there, I smited the wolf, and the wolf smite gives you a little vision there, so if the enemy jungler decides to come in this area, you'll know because it's like a ward, which is very helpful. So usually you want to build whatever is here.
That is
and
our path.
As you can see, the smite changes color. So you know what that means? That means I can go click smite and hit an enemy champion, and it gives him a slow, which is amazing because then... Oh, and when you're jungle, you just want to keep an eye on the lanes every once in a while. So when you're level high enough to gank, you know who to gank. Easy way to tell who you should gank would easily be whoever's pushing the hardest against your friend. And as you level up, it should be easier. Now the blue buff, which is called Crest of Insight, gives you reduction of cooldown and mana regen, which is amazing. So I just want to use your abilities. And if you smite this guy, it gives you poison. Now if anyone starts attacking you, they get poisoned. You smite the birds here, it's gonna give you a vision of, like, let's say you go over here, you go in the bush, and then there's a ward, and a ward gives vision to the enemy. So like you're just waiting here, waiting for the perfect moment to go in, but you have the thing that tells you there's a ward. You're being seen.
Rage is beyond
your
control.
How that would be very bad for you, because then the enemy jungler knows where you are, and then you can have a counter.
The defenseless. Our instincts are razor sharp.
And as you can see, I didn't get no circle thing around me that tells me words were, because I didn't smite him. These guys, I'm pretty sure they do nothing if you smite them.
Do not deny your instincts.
And I really recommend, if you have a leash, save your smite for, like, save your smite for the red, because then it's gonna make fighting the red super easier. And same thing with blue. And if you start up top, you want to just go for the frog first, and then go to blue, and then the wolves if you can, if you're strong enough. And a lot of people aren't, so I just recommend you to know your strengths and weaknesses. So now I'm gonna go into jungle over here. You might notice there's a huge circle over here, and this is a dragon. There's gonna be a dragon here. If you click tab, you can tell when the next dragon's gonna come if it's already died. And same thing with the right now it's Rift Herald, and then Rift Herald is right now, and then the Baron is gonna come later. I don't really know if I can do it level 5 Uter, but you can go over here, say, hey, I need help with dragon. Just go like that. Then they should come. They should. If they don't do the dragon. And I really recommend just like doing smite I'm gonna lose here, as you can see. So Uter level 5 can't do dragon. Maybe level 6, I don't know, because I don't play Uter that often. Warwick level 6, he should be able to solo dragon too. Amumu, he can't solo dragon. Maybe like really high level, but like I really recommend not to. I should have got blue before doing dragon, because it gives you mana regen and ability cooldown, which would be very helpful. Blue and red would be super helpful. This right here is the enemy's jungle. Right now I'm not playing against no enemy junglers, so what the enemy, like, you can counter jungle, go to their base, take a few guys, but you gotta be careful because he might show up. And you gotta be careful with that too. So if you're in red, I'd recommend highly that you put a ward here, and you just go like that. And then if he comes around the corner, you know he's there. Because you have ward. As you can see, now that I'm a little bit higher level, it was super easy to do the jungle, even with low health. So now that you got your smite that can attack champions, which is very good, because then you can do something what we like to call ganks. And it's where you go over here. It'll take a second. Just gotta wait for me to get there. And it's very helpful. I have blue and red at this moment, but you don't want to die, because if you die to an enemy champion, they get your blue and red, and they become super OP. So let's say you're hiding in this bush here. They can be here or here. I would definitely not gank if the minions are how they are now, and then they're under the tower. I would definitely not gank under those situations. Oh, Kevin, what is a gank? You might say, how do I do it? This is how you just enter from behind. But first you wanna go. I'm going in. Like, it just, instead of going assist me or just going like this quickly, that means help. You go to the right and says on my way, and you come from behind. Your friends should be more aggressive right now. They're like over here more aggressive, and then you come in, they're like, oh no, 3v2, that's super bad. Never 3v2.
Do not deny your
if you
instinct,
can avoid
summoner.
it if you're laning. And then you just go use your abilities, use your E to stun. You got the burn, you got the super speed, and the shell. Very good, amazing. I'm gonna let... Oh man, I don't have blue anymore.
Rage is beyond your
Now,
control.
Dragon gives you a buff. Let me see if I can do him this time. I've used my instead of one. I do not have enough mana. So Udyr is not a champion that you can do dragon by yourself. Unless if you have a mana item. Later on I can do some videos on different junglers. And if you want me to do one about Warwick and Amumu, just leave a comment in the comment section and I will happily make a video.
Do not
And
deny
if you're
your
wondering
instinct,
what
summoner.
are the buffs that Dragon give you, it's like ability power. The second one gives you like movement speed, and then we got the... Oh, we still have time. Okay. So right now we have Rift Herald, and Rift Herald is something that you can get before
Our
the Baron.
instincts are
And
razor
it's like
sharp.
we like to call it mini Baron because it does the same thing, but just for one person instead of the big Baron. You go, if you hit it from behind, it does 2 damage. I do not think that will do it. But usually you wanna do it with the top laner
That
now.
is our path.
It's a very good thing to do a little early on, because then there's gonna be a thing that appears here, and it's gonna make the minions super big and super strong and harder to kill, and that's gonna help. But you don't want to take it. You can take it, but like you don't want to usually take it. You want to give it to whoever's doing the Baron with you, like the Baron Asher with you, and then early game, their laning phase will be really good. There's gonna be another creature that comes in exactly 5 minutes and 13 seconds, and that guy, you just kill him and your whole team gets it automatically. So this is like the Rift Herald is like early game perk, and Baron Nashor is like later game. So here, your items, usually you want to get a refillable potion with whatever you started for the beginning, and then you can either upgrade or do the rest of your build. If for Warwick, I really recommend Wit's End. For sometimes I'd recommend Frozen Heart just for the extra mana. That can help a lot. As you can see, I ran out of mana, so I couldn't do Dragon by myself. And just do whatever is on the front page that would be most likely. You can read right here if it's attack damage, because I can tell because it's orange. This is ability power because it's green. Very easy and simple. This is Kevin Cardoso signing off. Thank you for watching. Leave a like and subscribe.